Co-selling with MEDDPICC in 3 minutes. If you're co-selling without MEDDPICC, you're leaving revenue on the table and slowing your deals. Here's why in 3 minutes. First, let's clear some things up. We're not talking about MEDDPICC just for qualification. We are talking about it as a common language. Also, some folks try to swap the P for paper process to B for partners, or they add a second P, so it's like MEDDPICC. That's the wrong move, because in partnerships and channel, you need every single element of MEDDPICC. Why? Because the best co-sell motions nail 3 things: what value we're bringing the customer, which stakeholders matter, and the process to win together. MEDDPICC gives everyone, vendor and partner, a common language to navigate the deal together. There are 2 levels to co-selling with MEDDPICC. First, the macro level, the big picture between you and your partner, aligning on things like your total addressable market, syncing propositions, mapping accounts, and knowing exactly which value you bring to which customer. And then the second is the micro level, which is about individual deals, communicating things like what pain does the solution solve and what happens if that pain stays unsolved. What value does solving the pain deliver, and how do we measure the gap between pain and gain? What the decision criteria is that the customer will need to achieve the said value, who's your champion and what's in it for them, as well as who's the economic buyer and what drives their decision. What is the decision process and paper process, and are we both aligned on it, or are we on different tracks? And if so, how do we stay connected? And who are we competing against? Which, as you will know, for us is defined as rivals, other initiatives, self-build, and inertia. But here's the trap. In co-sell motions, competition is often considered too narrowly, because in the friendliest possible terms, your partner can also be a competitor. Not just because they have their own interest to protect, but because yours may not be the only initiative they're running with the customer. And or you may not be the only vendor they could partner with for it. And that is why co-selling with MEDDPICC means we don't just think about selling with the partner, we think about selling to them too. Your partner has their own pains to solve, their own metrics they care about, and their own decision criteria for choosing a partner like you. You will still need a champion inside their business. You'll still need engagement with their economic buyer. And you need to understand their decision process of how they choose which initiative to back and which partner to work with. Because when you line that up, forecasting gets cleaner, collaboration gets faster, and deals, they get done. So, if you're tired of misaligned messaging, vague value propositions, missing key stakeholders, and forgetting to sell to your partners as well as with them, MEDDPICC is your playbook for staying on the front foot. Use it to find your ideal partner, to sell yourselves to that partner, to brief them with clarity, to identify and engage every stakeholder who matters, to uncover and accelerate the decision process, and to perfectly coordinate, communicate, and collaborate in a cohesive, consistent manner. MEDDPICC, a common language to underpin world-class co-sell motion. If you want to see how we're helping field teams sell more faster with customers and partners, get in touch.